The NFL abhors a vacuum. Football rarely sleeps, and that's why barely 2 weeks after the Combine, the league plunged back into a frenzy when the free agent tampering window officially opened March 16th. Stars darted across the NFL like jet-packed glaciers, changing the game's landscape in their wake. The NFL's free agency frenzy features a heaping helping of cash being thrown at the available players. The teams signing those free agents can only hope their new players can have the sort of impact as the players we'll be talking about today. Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Everything Sports. Today, we'll be talking about the biggest moves in NFL offseason history. Make sure you stay until the end so that you don't miss out on any of the big impactful moves of the offseason. Let's get started. Number 1, Pittsburgh Steelers sign Eric Ebron. The Pittsburgh Steelers operate much like the tortoise racing the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. The organization very rarely enters bidding wars for players. Instead, Pittsburgh often bides its time to get the right deal. This year proved to be no different, with the Steelers landing one of free agency's best bargains. The Steelers waited for the first wave of free agency to subside before signing Ebron to a 2-year, $12 million deal. The 2014 first-round pick will provide Pittsburgh with an actual weapon at tight end, since Vance McDonald hasn't developed into a significant receiving threat. Upon arriving, Ebron tweeted, "I can't stop noticing how many Steelers fans there are in Houston. I've always heard stories of Steeler Nation, but now I'm seeing it." Number 2, New Orleans sign Emmanuel Sanders. Michael Thomas is the game's best wide receiver, but he could use some help. Enter Emmanuel Sanders. Last season, Thomas broke an NFL record with 149 receptions. No other wide receiver on the Saints roster managed more than 30. Sanders hasn't produced fewer than 45 receptions since the 2012 campaign. Obviously, defenses will continue to roll coverage toward Thomas, but the Saints now have a target who can make them pay on the other side of the field. Last season, the 33-year-old target showed he can serve as an offense's WR1. Luke Johnson of the New Orleans Advocate tweeted, "I feel like the Emmanuel Sanders signing about the same way I felt about Jared Cook's last year. He is an immediate upgrade at a position of need and should fit beautifully in the Saints offense. Excellent signing." He was also a wonderful complementary piece opposite Antonio Brown and Demaryius Thomas earlier in his career. Number 3, Miami Dolphins draft Tua Tagovailoa. The Miami Dolphins took an expansive tank for Tua plan, and it worked out in the team's favor. Technically, the squad didn't intentionally tank with a 5-11 record, but the organization's decision to move on from Laramie Tunsil, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Kenyon Drake showed its willingness to strip a team of young, talented performers as a way to acquire a war chest of financial and draft assets. Also, the draft broke in Miami's favor when Alabama quarterback Tua Tagovailoa fell to the Dolphins with the 5th overall pick. Granted, Tagovailoa's unfortunate hip dislocation almost certainly played a role in his draft slotting, but Miami didn't let the signal caller's injury history affect its projection. Number 4, Buccaneers trade for Rob Gronkowski. Sometimes a reset is necessary. Rob Gronkowski was beat up and burnt out by the Patriot way, so he retired. Tom Brady's decision to leave New England and sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coaxed the best tight end in the game's history to return. "I wouldn't come back unless I'm feeling good, feeling healthy. This is the time," the 31-year-old veteran told NFL Network's Michael Girardi. "My body, 100%, needed a rest." The Patriots traded the 5-time Pro Bowler and a 7th-round draft pick to the Buccaneers for a compensatory 4th-round selection. Some will inevitably argue a year away from the game will hurt Gronkowski's standing. Yet, ignore the fact he's still in his prime, is healthier than he's been in years, and his body didn't drastically change during the last year's layoff. Gronkowski told Girardi he's currently 250 pounds, after previously playing somewhere between 260 and 265 pounds. The number of offensive weapons the Buccaneers now feature is downright ridiculous. Number 5. Buccaneers sign Tom Brady. Tom Brady brings instant credibility both on and off the field to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers organization. The Buccaneers are now considered contenders, which is no small feat since the team hasn't made the postseason since the 2007 campaign. Brady is a living, breathing legend. While his 6 Super Bowl championships, 4 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 NFL MVP awards, and 14 Pro Bowls don't transfer from New England to Tampa Bay, the mentality the 42-year-old signal caller brings certainly does. In response to the signing, Devin White tweeted, "Grew up a Tom Brady fan. Now I actually get to be his teammate. Just hold down your side, bro. I got the D block." If you like the video so far, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell if you want more videos of the same kind. Number 6. Tennessee signed Derrick Henry. The Titans are one of the few teams left with their offensive identity built around one bell cow running back, and they clearly weren't ready to part ways with him. Henry's monster 2019 season came at the perfect time for the 2015 Heisman Trophy winner. But the Titans made a smart move by committing to him for just one season instead of handing out a big contract that other teams have come to regret giving their running backs. Henry will keep the Titans in the AFC race in 2020 if he remains productive. And if he struggles, Tennessee can cut bait without worry. Is Brady the same quarterback today he was just a few years ago? Of course not. That's okay. He doesn't need to be with the supporting cast the Buccaneers have in place. But the future Hall of Famer's ferocious competitive spirit, understanding of the game, and willingness to make everyone better should lift the franchise beyond its previous standing. Number 7. Cincinnati Bengals draft Joe Burrow. The impact of a franchise-caliber quarterback prospect on an organization shouldn't be downplayed. The Cincinnati Bengals' semi-recent stretch of playoff berths, only to bow out in the first round in all 6 appearances, is the franchise's high point over the last 30 years. But Joe Burrow can change everything because he's that good. His 60 touchdown tosses and 202 passing efficiency set new FBS records. His 76.3 completion percentage ranks second all-time. Those are just numbers though. Burrow showed a level of pocket presence, anticipation, and ball placement previously unseen from recent quarterback prospects. Plus, he'll move into a system perfectly suited to his skill set. Number 8. Arizona trade for DeAndre Hopkins. The thought of the Arizona Cardinals swindling the Houston Texans by acquiring 4-time Pro Bowl wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins and a 4th-round draft pick for David Johnson, his albatross of a contract, a 2nd-round pick, and a 2021 4th-round pick remains baffling. Kudos to the Cardinals for being proactive and stealing one of the game's premier targets. Hopkins immediately enters the lineup as Kyler Murray's new number 1 target. His mere presence should improve Arizona's offense. Number 9. Buffalo trade for Diggs. The Buffalo Bills have done what every team should do after it invests a 1st-round pick in a quarterback prospect. Continue to build a better cockpit around their franchise player. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Bills traded a 1st-round pick, 5th-round pick, 6th-round pick, and a 2021 4th-round pick for Diggs, and a 7th-round pick in this year's draft. After being picked, Diggs had tweeted, "It's time for a new beginning." Diggs gives the Bills an immediate threat defenses must account for at all times. That's all for today's video. We hope that you enjoyed these impactful moves of the NFL offseason. Let us know your favorite move in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and to make sure that you enjoy our latest videos at the earliest. Do turn on the notification bell. Thank you.